Hello world, welcome back to my channel. My name's Paul. I'm just looking for a laundry, get some washing done. I saw one yesterday, but I can't remember where it was, so I'm just having a bit of a wander. I'll head down the lake. I booked an extra night. I'll explain why in a little while. But yes, I know that there's a laundry that I went past yesterday. Ah, right there it is. I knew it was somewhere near here. Well, that was easy. About $10 Australian, about $7 US, and I'll pick it up tomorrow morning. Yeah, so I'm going to wander down to the lake and tell you why I've decided to stay an extra day. Well guys, this is Lake Phewa in the background, the lake of Pokhara. Just beautiful. I showed you in the last video. Why am I staying another day, maybe another couple of days? The people that have been watching me since the West Australian videos will remember my friend Mark. He's been crook for a while, like pretty badly sick. And Lucas and Ryan just rang me last night. Lucas and Ryan are his sons that I talk about a lot. Yeah, he's on his last legs. By the time you guys see this video, it'll be over. So I'm feeling a bit down today, and it's I'm feeling bad that I'm not there. Yeah, anyway, that's part of life. Mark won't hold it against me. He's known me as a traveller. He's a traveller as well, so he understands. But yeah guys, it's a bit of a hard day today, so party in peace, brother. I'm gonna miss you. I really am gonna miss you. Oh, it's the next day. Look at the lake today, guys, just amazing. Now today was the day I was going to go exploring, but most of the stuff to see is like at the top of these hills and everything, all covered in clouds. So I'll see what happens this afternoon. I may stay another day. It won't be a bad thing if I have another day. But look at this, guys, just amazing. Lake Phewa. And this is Godfather's pizza. Best pizza I've had in Asia, I have to say. Just like an Australian or American pizza, very, very good. In World War II and since then as well, but we established the reputation in World War II. Australians were considered the second best fighting men in the world, second only to the Nepalese Gurkhas. Now we're at the Gurkha Museum, so let's go in and pay our respects. I'm not going to film much in here, guys, because it's mostly just photographs and things, or in this part anyway. We'll see as we go further in, but it is very interesting learning the history of these guys. I think I've made it pretty clear my opinions on war, of violence of any sort, really, but it doesn't stop me respecting the men that put their lives on the line for what they believed in. This was well worth the $3 entry, guys. And like I said, I haven't really filmed anything because it'd just be B-roll filler, and it's mostly photos, as you can see. There's a few uniforms and things, but it's well worth the $3 entry. Well, $2.50 about US, I think, maybe $2. Well worth the entry fee. Cost me an extra maybe 30 cents US for the camera. And now I'm at the International Mountain Museum. I've got no idea what's here. I do know the grounds are beautiful, so peaceful. So actually, guys, this is probably a good place to start my talk on dealing with grief and loneliness when you're on the road. Mark passed away last night. Yes, he's not suffering anymore. He was sick for a long time. But even when we were doing all those videos down south that he came with me, he was sick then. So he's been sick for a while, so it's over. But I've been to so many funerals in my life, and I said once to my cousin Lee, hello Lee, very intelligent woman, I said to her, you know, I know people that have never been to a funeral in their lives. Why is it we're so unlucky that we're going to funerals every year or two? And she said, Paul, we're the lucky ones. We've got all these people in our lives that we love. So I've looked at it a different way since then, and I'm feeling quite lonely today. And I never feel lonely when I'm travelling, but I know all Mark's family, all his friends are at Jenny's house, Mark's mum. And but there's the stages of death. Like when someone dies, you go through that first week, the funeral week, where everyone's together and hugging and loving. And I've always said that when someone dies, all their love just gets splattered around to everyone. But then after a week, when the funeral's over, everyone goes home and it's just, you're on your own, especially when it's someone really close. You know, when my mum died, when my sister died, when my uncles died, and that's when the grief really happens. So really I'm just bypassing the second bit, getting into that lonely grieving process. But guys, it's part of travelling. And sometimes it's, I don't know how to put this, but sometimes it's not a bad thing to have a few days feeling sorry for yourself. Sit around, book your hotel for an extra day or two, watch some movies and just feel sorry for yourself. It doesn't do anyone any harm. And this is all just part of life. It seems like this museum is a tribute to the climbers and the Sherpas who've lost their lives in the Himalayas climbing. Very, very peaceful here, guys. Beautiful. Just birds singing. Can't even hear the traffic. And just walking in the door, this is set up very, very nicely. She said to start from the bottom, so I guess I'll go down the stairs. Oh no. Start down the bottom. I don't speak Nepali.
Can you speak Nepali?
No, so I don't know what that sign says, but that's all right, thank you. Yes, so we do start at the bottom. And if you remember, the name of this is the International Mountain Museum. So there's tributes to mountaineers from all over the world. This is the Sherpa we've got Japanese there, Taiwanese. So yes, it is an international museum. Now, this is something I was talking about in a past video, one of the Kathmandu videos. When I was in Peru especially, but all through South America, but in Peru especially, there was places that 10 years before I was there were glaciers, and when I was there they were lakes. Here's a perfect example, and I was in Peru 2009. This is in 1921, that's all glacier coming down the hill here. This is in 2009, that glacier is a lake. Places where I was in Peru, it looked like this in the 90s, but in 2008, 2009 when I was there, 2008, there was just a tiny little bit of glacier on top of one mountain. Really scary. I'll try and find that photo and put it in here, but it's just showing what's happening to the world for the climate change deniers. So the legend of the Yeti, guys, it's been accepted by the World Wildlife Fund that the Yeti is actually a brown bear, and because they've found skeletons, well, this is the hand of a Yeti, and footprints that have been found, and it was considered a legend like the Loch Ness Monster, but now it is an accepted fact that it's a brown bear that lives at the top of the mountains. If you skydive at a certain height, from a certain height, you have to have oxygen in the plane. If you skydive at even higher things, you've got to have oxygen on your person. People have been known to pass out in the air from lack of oxygen and then come to when they're down in a lower altitude. Imagine climbing at these altitudes. Up there you're doing nothing, you're just floating through the sky. These guys are walking, struggling. So the black colour in smoke is unburnt combustibles, and it's nearly pure carbon. And not only is it increasing the temperature of the world, but when it gets mixed in with the with snow and ice, it makes them a darker colour, like as you can see here in this photo. And the darker colour absorbs light and heat instead of repelling it like white does, causing the glaciers and the snow caps to melt at an even faster rate. Scary, guys. Yeah, so guys, this is a Sherpa village. It says a living village, so I think it might be actually someone's home, but it is part of the museum. The chickens and turkeys over there. Oh, here we go, you can walk through. Yeah, I feel a bit bad if this is someone's home, but there's quite a few of these. Indonesia, we went to one, and places where, yeah, that's the restaurant where I just had my cup of tea. Well, I rode all the way up the hill to the Stupa, but they've shut the road about a few hundred metres before the Stupa, so now you have to walk. I reckon it's about a 10-minute walk, but it's straight up in the air. I'm lazy, but I've come this far. I've got to go the rest of the way. I'm going to blame the altitude. It's got nothing to do with all the Indian food, and it's the World Peace Stupa we're going to, if I didn't mention that before. This museum here is still under construction though, so we're not going in. Oh, yes, definitely the altitude. And this is a little lookout spot on the walk up to the Stupa. Look where we are. Just unbelievable, guys, really. And the other side, once we get up to the Stupa, we'll be able to see the lake, Phewa Lake and things. And the World Peace Pagoda just behind me here, guys. We'll go up and have a better look in a minute. This is the pagoda behind me. But really the reason I came up was to see this, guys. There's the lake down there. Not sure if you can see it, but there's the red roof right on the shore there. That's where we were sitting yesterday. Just amazing, guys. This is worth the walk. I'm just about dead. Nadia and Irfan, they'll be laughing at me. They do this sort of stuff for breakfast. And the view from the other side. The rest of Pokhara there behind the trees. But this is the valley. Just amazing, guys. Really, it was worth the walk up here. And the view from the Stupa itself. Pokhara. Amazing. And another view on the way down. Just incredible. It's the airport over there. And here's a better shot from the other side of the mountain. Again, the airport over there. Well worth the walk. Well, I got really lost. Look what I found, another part of Lake Phewa. The problem is, I've forgotten the name of my hotel. That's alright, I know another hotel that's just near it, but I'll be able to put that name into the Google Maps, and I will find my way home eventually. Look at this. Pokhara. Well, that was a bit of a different couple of days, but if I have to feel like this, what a place to feel like this, guys. Pokhara. Amazing. Now I've got plenty of footage to make a video, so if you haven't subscribed yet, guys, hit that mad dog icon up there or the subscribe button down below. May as well hit that bell icon while you're down there. I always try and respond to your comments, so leave a comment, give me a big thumbs up, share this video everywhere you can. We'll see you in the next one.